Wow, Pat, why are you at the out of the park start screen for this video? You might have asked. Just a quick note before we get to the actual video, which I already filmed. In this video, you'll see some gameplay. And by gameplay, I don't just mean out of the park gameplay. Like, I'll be in an actual game playing out as manager. And I turned the crowd noise way down. I think I turned my computer volume to like 2 or 4 out of 100 because I figured it would be good for the atmosphere to have a little crowd noise. And after filming, I realized it still comes through obnoxiously loud. And obviously, I can't go back and refilm it because the game is done. So I apologize for that. Hopefully, the video is still watchable for you guys. But yeah, I will have that volume all the way down in the future. So let's get to the video. You see this little Z by the Orioles name? That means we made the postseason. Your Baltimore Orioles are going to the 2021 MLB postseason as the second wildcard team with 90 wins, 10 games up on the next team in the wildcard race, the White Sox. So nobody else is above 500. It's kind of crazy. And we finished 8 games behind the Rays, who were 98 and 64. Expanded standings, well, we got a little lucky with the run differential. Just a plus 26 run differential. We are 7 better than our Pythagorean, 83 and 79. So, not the best team according to run differential, but hey, we're in the postseason. 31 and 17 in one-run games, 13 and 5 in extra innings. And let's take a look at the team real quick. Let's sort by WAR. Anthony Santander leading the way with 4.1 WAR. Miguel Rojas, this trade worked out well. 107 WRC plus. He had a zone rating of 8.8, 1065 defensive efficiency. That trade worked out well for us. Ty France put up 3 WAR, another trade that worked out well. Ryan Mountcastle, 115 WRC plus. David Fletcher was solid. 2.3 WAR, so he's above league average, and he actually well above league average if you factor in he only played in 122 games. So a very good defensive player for us and fine enough with the bat. Severino was good behind the plate. Cedric Mullins, only 405 plate appearances, but put up 2.3 WAR and 124 WRC plus. Chris Bryant, of course, the big July trade acquisition, came in and just lit the world on fire for us. In 189 plate appearances, put up a 136 WRC plus and 1.5 WAR. So thank you, Chris Bryant, for coming in and doing your job so well. Austin Hayes was solid, just about league average at the bat in 84 games. Freddie Galvis at short, I think he bounced around some, right? Oh no, he played short and second. Had a negative zone rating in both, which is interesting. 97 WRC plus. DJ Stewart was just up at like the end of the year, kind of. Adam Engel, I would say this trade did not work out as well. A 74 WRC plus. WAR of exactly 0, so he was exactly replacement level. And for some reason, his zone rating was negative 1.8. So despite his 70 range, so that didn't work out. But it was a trade I'd make knowing what we knew at that time. Adley Rutschman came up and did not do much of anything. 57 WRC plus, negative 0.2 WAR. He's still our starting catcher going into the postseason, but was not very good at the plate. So pitching side of things, what do we want to sort by here? Sometimes I do it by WAR, sometimes ERA plus. Let's do it by WAR. So Frankie Montas, he threw 118 innings for us and put up 2.1 WAR and 3 R WAR. Very solid. Dylan Cease, who I benched at the end of the season because I wanted him to pitch in a wildcard game. I didn't want him throwing some meaningless game in the last series. Dylan Cease was good for us with 1.6 WAR and 86 and 2/3 inning. Zach Davies, another member of the rotation, was not very good with a 4.98 ERA and a 5.89 FIP in 68 innings. And Chris Bassett threw 61 innings and put up a 5.75 ERA and a 5.29 ERA. So you can see, the rotation is not amazing by any stretch. Cody Hewer, this trade worked out well. He was a solid bullpen guy. Kendall Graveman pitched well for us in 118 innings. Tanner Scott, one of the few guys who started the sim on our team. He was solid out of the pen. Marco Gonzalez was fine enough in 133 innings with an ERA plus of 115 and a FIP minus of 102. So pretty solid from Marco. And then, we've got some guys who were in negative WAR territory here. But like Trevor Rosenthal, his R WAR total, much different story because he's got a 2.65 ERA but a 4.87 FIP. So, and I guess he led the majors in appearances. He had 48 appearances for us at a 2.06 ERA but a 4.92 FIP. So that's the gist of the pitching, and you can see that runs scored we were 6th, runs allowed we were 6th, starter ERA 7th, bullpen ERA 5th. We were first in hits, we were first in batting average, but just 11th in on base, 5th in slugging, 7th in OPS. So that's how the team broke down. You can see in August we went 17-11, September 14-13, and a dismal 333 winning percentage in all 3 games in October. All right, so what do we do now? Now we face Cleveland. Are they still the Indians in this? Yeah, not yet the Guardians. I couldn't remember if I had changed them. This is a team that won 95 games, 4th in the AL in runs scored, 2nd in runs allowed. So we'll go into Cleveland, maybe stop by the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame the day before the game, and we'll try to take this team down. I'm going to start Dylan Cease. Full disclosure here, episodes 1 and 2 I recorded like a month ago, and then I normally try to record ahead for when I can't record so you guys don't have a break in it, which I did in this case, and then ended up not being able to record for a while. So it is not totally fresh to me who had what job in the regular season, as it's probably much fresher to you, this team, than it was to me. Which reminds me, Michael Brantley is out with eight months. So he came in September 1st, he tore his PCL. He was a beast for us in 35 games, had a 146 WRC plus. So that was a big injury, big time disappointing. But we still I still feel pretty good about our lineup. So yeah, I think we're gonna start Dylan Cease, and it's a wild card game. So man, like whatever, like we're going with whoever, whenever we need them, and we're gonna leave it all out on the field. So I'm gonna play out the wild card game as part of this episode. Let's go up to our next game. I actually have recorded very little game action in Out of the Park 22 with this computer that I'm playing on. So, and this computer is much better than the one I was playing on last year. Those of you who were with me know some of the struggles with Out of the Park 21, but hopefully it doesn't jump as much in this one. So we're going to go up against Zach Plesac. Did he have a good season? It was fine. He started 22 games. Why is he starting for them? Like what? Did they do something where they they have James Paxton? Are they traded for James Paxton? But I don't understand why they're starting the number 3 guys. Paxton's not ready to go because they started him. Neither is Tristan McKenzie, who had a 3.93 ERA and a 4.09 FIP, because they started him in these meaningless games. Oh, wait, this might not have been a meaningless game. Back up. Oh, they lost a tiebreaker to the Royals. Okay. All right. So that's cool. They played an extra game, and they lost to the Royals. So now we get to play them. So let's play this game. Like I said, I wish I was had it a little fresher. What my lineup should be, who my starter should be, all that. But let's see. I think this is fine, right? Yeah, Mullins, Mountcastle, Bryant, Santander. Yeah, this is all what we want, I think. On the bench is Stewart, yes. Engel, yes. Severino Galvis. So yeah, that's all right. No lefties basically in this lineup. So we have Mullins batting first against the righty, and then Santander batting 4th as a switch, and Rutschman as a switch, hitting 9th. I'd like to move Rutschman around a little bit so the lefties are a little more staggered, but he was so much worse than my next than the rest of these hitters that I'm just going to leave him there. I guess I could move Mullins a little bit, but I mean, like, on base wise, nobody is as good as him except Bryant, and Bryant's a much better power hitter. So I'm going to leave the lineup alone. I'm going to roll with this lineup. Dylan Cease is going for us. We'll see how quick we are with the hook here. I'm going to turn the volume down so it doesn't blast you guys. So remember, it comes through pretty loud. All right, so let's see what's going on here out in Cleveland. Oh, wait. Do I have it set up? Amateur hour here. No, I don't want to. I want to do substitutions and base running, and that's it. I want Brandon Hyde to do the rest. Base running, substitutions. That's all I want to do. We don't want pitch by pitch. So all right. So here's Mullins to go against Plesac. What's the kind of season did Jose Ramirez have? Jose Ramirez only put up 7.4 WAR and a 156 WRC plus. All right, so let's go ahead and get this at bat done. All right, so what's the wind is blowing out to left. They didn't give me the temp. I should have looked on the last screen. Normally they give it to you here too. All right, so here's the pitch to Mullins. Oh, he's popping up. Who's their shortstop? Jimenez. Yeah. Jimenez. Is it Jimenez or Jimenez with the G? I guess I should know that, but you're not sure. All right, Mountcastle 1-0 pitch. It's a fly ball to center field, but very playable. I'm gonna sit back in my chair a little here, where the sound isn't too quiet now. All right, so we've got 2 down. Orioles legend Chris Bryant at the plate. The 1-1 pitch is grounded to third, and we go down quietly in the first. So now here's Jimenez, who had a good season, 807 OPS. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Dylan Cease. It's grounded to short. Ooh, just got him. Rojas, stud. So here's Josh Naylor. It's a full count pitch. Come on, Dylan. I'd like you to give up, or I'd like you to throw fewer pitches in this. Slow grounder. Rojas. Is this going to be an infield hit? They're going to call that an error. They called it an error. Yeah. I thought maybe he was going to beat it out either way, so it'd be a hit, but it was not. Here comes Jose Ramirez, who might win AL MVP, the 0-1. Oh, the shift. Double play right into the shift. So all the balls were hit to Rojas. And we go to the top of the second. Our best player, Anthony Santander. And he's out. Grounded back to the pitcher. And there's Ty France, the 1-0 pitch. Rip to the gap. That's a double. There's going to be a triple. Triple to left center. Love it. All right, so we got Ty France on third. Ty France, noted triples hitter. And they're bringing the infield in here for Austin Hayes. Here comes the first pitch of the bat, be a pass ball. Will that get the run home? I don't think so. Come on, Austin. We need more from you. All right, Miguel Rojas grounds out. All right, so we're out of the inning without getting a run. And now we've got Dylan Cease on the mound facing Eddie Rosario, the 1-2. Called strike 3. Something weird. I'm getting a weird noise. I'm going to pull up OBS for a second. Maybe I'll edit this out. Maybe I won't. Are we still okay here? All right. Everything's working here. All right, cool. I don't know what that weird noise I was getting was. Okay, so now we've got bottom of the second, 3-2 pitch, 1 down. Franmil Reyes gets a walk. And now Jake Bowers is up. Jake Bowers. 115 WRC plus this season. Wow. Talk about alternate reality. Oh man, we've walked another guy. Alright, so we've got 2 guys on. Luckily it's their 7, 8, 9. Here's Cesar Hernandez. And we've got 1 down. And Hernandez is going to rip a ball to left. Is that going to score a run? No. So 2 walks and a single now has the bases juiced. Got 1 down. Ben Gamel is up. Daniel Gamel, 120 WRC plus. Really? He had this kind of season? I wonder if Cleveland was so good this year. 2-2 pitch. Struck him out looking nice. So Gamel is down on strikes. Here's Roberto Perez, who had an absolutely miserable season to play with a 61 WRC plus, but an amazing catcher in terms of catcher ability. 1-0. This flied into center. We're going to get out of it. We're going to get out of it. Wow. Dylan Cease works around the 2 walks in the single. So here's David Fletcher leading off the third. The 1-2. Strikes out looking. Adley Rutschman. Is that going to be a base hit for the rookie? Base hit for Rutschman. So here's Cedric Mullins back to the top of the order. 2-0 pitch. That will be a double play. No, they're not going to get him at first. All right. So fielder's choice. Here's Mountcastle up. Mullins is off. And he is out. All right. So now we've got the top of the Indians order up here to start the third. And that is laced to deep left center. That's out of here. Jimenez goes deep. The Indians have a 1-0 lead here in the third. Here's Josh Naylor. This is a 1-2 pitch coming to Naylor, and that is a grounder to Rojas in the shift. Goes to first for the out. Jose Ramirez is up. The 0-1. That is a fly out to a diving Cedric Mullins, who makes the catch. Eddie Rosario is up. 0-2 pitch to Eddie Rosario is another grounder into the shift to Rojas. Orioles shifting geniuses here. Thank you, Brandon Hyde, for taking care of that for us. So now Ryan Mountcastle will lead off the fourth for us. It's a 2-2 pitch, and he's down on strikes. Here's Chris Bryant, a 3-2 pitch, and he's got a base hit to center. Let's get something going here. We need some runs. We need some runs. Santander is up, the 1-1, and that is into left for a base hit. And now Ty France is up. Of course, he tripled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. Oh, that's hit hard, but right at him. Wait, why is he tagging him going to third? That's an interesting decision with 2 outs to tag to go to third on a line drive to left field. I'm in charge of base running to prevent things from like that turning into an out. So basically, they'll only send him if he's going to be safe. So now we're threatening again here. First and third, 2 down. Austin Hayes up in the 1-1 pitch. Wasting another opportunity. All right, so we'll go to the bottom of the fourth. Dylan Cease still on the mound. He's not been smooth, but he's been fine. He gave up those 2 walks, the home run. He's at 54 pitches. And Franmil Reyes is up 2-0. And that is going to be caught by Fletcher. David Fletcher's got it. Now there's Jake Bowers, the 1-1. And that is another pop out to Fletcher. And now here's Hernandez, full count. And we've got 3 down. We're through 4 innings. All right. So now here's Miguel Rojas. 0-2 pitch coming to Miguel. He grounds sharply short, and he is out. So now we've got David Fletcher up, 1-2 pitch. And that is hit fairly sharply as well to left, but he is out. Adley Rutschman, who's 1 for 1 today, is up. 1-0 pitch, and that is laced to right. That'll be a base hit for Adley. Bring up Cedric Mullins with a man on again. Cedric's 0 for 2 today. Here comes a full count pitch. Wow. That did not look like a strike at all from here, ump. All right, so Mullins strikes out looking, and we're going to the bottom of the 5th. Ben Gamel is up. Ben Gamel, like I said, 1-0 pitch. And pops him up. Fletcher's coming on. He's going to call off Cease and make the catch. All right, now we've got Roberto Perez up, the 3-2 pitch. Strikes him out swinging. Jimenez is up. First pitch of the at-bat. This time he grounds out, so no home run from him this time. So now we're going to the 6th. This game's moving right along. Plesac has thrown a nice 69 pitches through 5 innings. Now Mountcastle is up with the 0-2, and he strikes out. And now we've got Chris Bryant up. Go yard, Chris. The 1-2. He does not go yard. He strikes out swinging. Anthony Santander is up, who's 1 for 2 today. 2-2 pitch. And that looks like a fly out to right. Yes, sir. All right, so now we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Dylan Cease has thrown 80 pitches. I should probably take him out right now. But I'm going to see how he does. 2-1 pitch. A little more. Never mind. I'll get back to that thought in a second. That's a fly ball to center. He's out. I'm a little more casual about these kind of like short sims than my longer sims, where I would be much more invested in every substitution in a postseason game. And of course, I'm trying to win and be aggressive, but I don't know this team as well as a team that I manage for 5 seasons or something with the Phillies or the O's and Out of the Park 21. So it's a little more casual, and I'm not as like hands-on or not as I guess invested in the substitutions, but we'll still be aggressive when we need to be here with the pitching change. Here's a 1-2 pitch to Jose Ramirez, and that is caught by Cedric Mullins. Looked like he kind of thought about diving, but then caught it without diving. So now there's Eddie Rosario, another lefty. Lots of lefties in this lineup. 1-1 pitch, and that is a ground out to first. Cease has given us 6 solid innings, just 2 hits. Unfortunately, one of them was a home run, and we have not scored yet. Here's Ty France leading off the 7th. It's a 1-2 pitch. He's down on strikes. Now here's Austin Hayes, the 1-0 pitch. That's a base hit. Okay, got something going here. Now here's Miguel Rojas. I'm thinking about at what point I didn't think about pinch hitters. The 3-2 to Rojas is in the air to center, fairly deep, back on the track. The ball is very deep. Do I want to get him in the scoring position? It's very deep. He's a fast runner. He's a great arm. Yeah, let's do it. The bottom of the order's up. Let's try to get him. Oh, and he made it. I don't know why. At some point in Out of the Park 22, it stopped showing the animation of the base running decisions, and it just like gives you the end result. So Hayes makes it. So now we've got David Fletcher up, who got righty on righty. Fletcher was a 95 WRC plus guy. In terms of lefties on the bench, we've got DJ Stewart, who, I'm not sure why I put him on the postseason roster as a lefty bat. But Freddie Galvis is our other option, 97 WRC plus. But I'm not sure how he did versus righties. Versus righties was 94, lefty, so he's a little better against lefties. So I'm gonna stick with Fletcher here. Maybe he can get the job done. The 1-1. Oh, that's hit really well, but is it going to be caught? It is. He hit it really hard and pretty deep, but caught just about at the edge of the track by the left fielder, and we're to the bottom of the 7th. So we got righty on righty here for Franmil. So I think I will stick with Dylan Cease here, which is crazy in a wild card game in the 7th inning, that guy with 91 pitches, but sticking with it. So the 2-1 pitch to Franmil is in on his hands, and he's going to drive it to deep center, but Mullins has got it. So now we've got Jake Bowers up. How did Jake Bowers do? Against lefties this year, a 104. Against righties, a 120 WRC plus. Okay. That's good to know. But then how about Hernandez, the next batter? Versus lefties, a 64. Versus righties, a 135. So we've got a lefty up who we want a lefty against. And we've got Hernandez, who we clearly want to have face a lefty. And then Gamble, who's a lefty up. So at this point, we're going to go to the pen and bring in a lefty. And I think that our best lefty is probably Tanner Scott. Paul Fry was fine, but yeah, I think Tanner Scott's our best lefty, so we're going to bring him in. Welcome to the game, Tanner Scott. So here's the first pitch of the at-bat to Jake Bowers. And that is grounded to first for the out. And now we've got 2 down, and Hernandez is up the 2-1 pitch. Man, the 64 WRC plus against lefties guy. Coming through with a double. Get out of here with that. Alright, so now he's facing his 3rd batter, so this will be at the minimum at this point. We can lift him if we need to, but hopefully he'll get out of the inning. 1-0 pitch. Grounded to second. Fletcher's on it. He's got it. Alright, so Tanner Scott gets us through the 7th, and now they are going to James Karinchak, who in 63 innings put up 4 WAR, which seems really good if you ask me. 1.71 ERA, 111 FIP. He struck out 19.9 guys per 9 and 3.4 walks per 9. So he essentially had what I would say is one of the best 63 innings ever by a reliever. So no big deal. We can get a run off this guy, right? So Adley's up. Adley's a switch hitter, so we'll let him hit. The 1-2 pitch to Adley. 19.86 strikeouts per 9. 4 WAR in 63 innings over. There's a fastball right down the middle that Adley takes. I did not realize that it was basically game over once they got to the closer. There's an 0-2 pitch to Mullins, which he strikes out looking. Ryan Mountcastle, the 3-2 pitch. Come on, walk. He strikes out the side. All right. The guy who strikes out 19 guys per 9 struck out the side. Shocker. So what do we want here? Roberto Perez is just a bad hitter. We don't need to base our strategy around him. Jimenez, what are his splits looking like? We definitely want a lefty in for Jimenez. The same thing with Naylor, probably, I would imagine. Yeah, so we definitely want a lefty in for Jimenez and Naylor. So we'll stick with Scott because I think he's our best lefty. So here's a 1-1 pitch to Roberto Perez. And he once again is one of the worst hitters in the majors this season. Has another hit because I've trash talked him. So now we've got Jimenez up with a man on first, nobody out. The 2-1 pitch, and we've got another guy aboard. This is trouble. So think about a pitching change now. So I mean, Jose Ramirez just 172 WRC plus against righties this year, 133 in his career. Just 112 and 117 against lefties. We want a lefty against Ramirez. We want a lefty against Naylor. Rosario. It doesn't matter. He's like even. So we want a lefty for the next 3 hitters. But basically, he's let the first 2 guys reach. So basically, I think I should change the pitcher here because that way I can have a righty come in and face Fremel Reyes if we're really in trouble. So do I want to go to Marco Gonzalez, I guess is one question, or would I rather go to Paul Fry or John Means? Means is not really an option for me. I don't think he's good enough. Paul Fry and Marco Gonzalez. I'm going to go Marco Gonzalez. I'm going to bring the lefty starter in. Hopefully the stuff plays up a little bit out of the pen. And hopefully he can keep us in this game. Here comes the first pitch of that bat, and they're laying down a sacrifice, which gets the runners over to second and third. And we've got second and third and 1 down. We'll bring our infield in for likely league MVP Jose Ramirez, who is due at just 0 for 3 today. And let's hope that Marco can do some good things. Here's the first pitch of the at-bat. Oh, we're going to walk him. Okay. I think that's a good decision. Not normally a huge fan of the intentional walk. So, Eddie Rosario has a 40 speed. We're still playing the infield in. I don't know if I love that decision. I might rather play the infield back and double play. Maybe in at the corners and double play. I'm not feeling the... Yeah, I'm going to take over the defensive strategy here. I think we can turn 2 on Eddie Rosario. Infield is in and shifted right. So... I think we'll bring the corners in. So we can get the out of the plate if it's to the corners, but then leave the Rojas and Fletcher back so we can turn a double play there. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. All right, Eddie Rosario, what you got? First pitch of the at-bat, and he pops him up after all that. Popped up to the middle of the infield, and he's out. That's a big out. So we've got 2 down now. I'm going to let old Brandon Hyde get back in charge of the defensive strategy. So we've got Franmil Reyes up. So I'm assuming that I want to bring in a righty now to face this righty. Let's see. So career against lefties, he is a 115 or 129 WRC plus 115 this year. Against righties, 110. Career 110 this year. Not a huge difference, but yeah, we'll bring in a righty. We've also got like just much better options at righty. So Rosenthal is our closer. We've also got Matt Foster was a disaster for us. No to Grave. And then Hewer is very good for us this year. Doesn't strike a lot of guys out. I'd love to get a strikeout. Lou Trevino, a decent amount of strikeouts, so it was really not that good for us. I think I'm going to go Rosenthal. I'm going to go Rosenthal. We're going to bring in our closer for the big moment. You know, he didn't have the best season peripheral-wise, but ERA was good. He's our closer, bringing him into the biggest moment. Let's see, 3-2. Man, come on, Trevor. We struck him out. There we go. So we worked our way through it, and we kept it 1-0. So now we got to get a run. We got our 3-4-5 up. Here's Chris Bryant leading it off against the greatest reliever of all time. 2-1 pitch. And drop. Oh, dove and caught it. Josh Naylor out here making diving catches in right field. Come on, if I put the ball in play against a guy with like almost 20 strikeouts per 9, I don't expect Josh Naylor to be out there diving to take the base hit away. Here's Santander, 3-2 pitch. Strikes him out swinging. Just can't touch this guy. I'm pretty sure that Karinchak, I think that he was one of those guys it might be Karinchak too. I'm sure you guys will let me know if I got that wrong. Which, fair enough, but it's funny when I get a pronunciation wrong, like 17 people will correct it, which, you know, I guess I should get it right. It is the dude's name. I understand that. So he was one of the guys in roulette this year. I think his numbers, once they started cracking down on the sticky stuff on pitchers, his numbers went way down. But I don't know for sure. Because I remember I was thinking about trading for him in a couple fantasy leagues, and then I saw his like spin rate and all that after the sticky stuff cracked down, and I decided not to trade for him. All right, Ty France, it's all up to you. Can he keep the magic alive? The 1-2 pitch is definitely a strikeout, like 100% strikeout. Oh, he didn't strike out, but he did fly out to left, it appears. So we did it. We made it all the way to the postseason. But that's where the dream ends. We lose 1-0 in the wild card game. That was a really good wild card game. Maybe not the best for TV ratings. Not a lot of offense, but I enjoyed that. So Rutschman was our only multi-hit guy. France had the triple with 1 out. He couldn't bring him home. It's only in the second. Didn't seem like a huge moment at the time. But every moment's a huge moment in a wild card game. So Plesac went 7 strong. Shutout. Our pitching was good. You know, Scott got into trouble there, but we got him out of it. And that's just all there is. So let's go ahead and just see who is going to win the World Series here. Let's just take it to the end. And then I'll kind of let you know what I'm going to do with the rest of this series with the O's. So what do we got going on here? We've got the Rays, Cleveland, the Angels, Kansas City, Dodgers, Padres, Reds, Mets. So it's Padres, Reds, that's fun, and Rays, Angels in the League Championship Series. And the World Series is going to be Padres, Angels. Love it. Trout versus Manny. Let's go. Are the Padres going to sweep them? The Padres swept the World Series. All right, good for them. Good for them. Saving. Oh, it's an autosave thing. One of my autosaves is kicking in. All right, so let's see. What did the... oops, wrong thing there. Playoff history-wise, what did the Padres have anybody different? Did they make any big trade? Not hitter-wise. Also not in their rotation. No, like the Padres just kind of like rolled as the Padres, and Tatis put up a casual 8.3 WAR. Manny just, a mere 8 WAR. Jeez. So those guys just went off, and they won 102 games. They finished 11 back of the Dodgers, but then won the World Series. Mackenzie Gore led their pitchers in WAR. And wow, okay, that's fun. All right, so that is, that's the end of one season. Remember, I said I was trying to get into the postseason within 2 seasons, and I did that in 1. So what I'm gonna do next is, that's for the next video. I'm gonna resign from the O's, and then I'm gonna just simulate ahead a year and see how they do. So the next series will, the next episode, which will be the final one, we'll kind of go through the season, just watching the O's to see what they do and see how they do without me running them. They're gonna have to decide what to do with Miguel Rojas. They've got various guys in arbitration. Did their budget go up? I wonder. Like, how much? What do they have to spend? So to spend, they have a good amount of money because we just had a great season for him. Did Peter Angelos bump up? Yeah, the budget went from 114 to 136. So let's see in what ways the computer GM can screw that up. Got a bunch of arbitration decisions. I'm not going to make any of them. I want to fully let the computer decide what to do, and we're going to see how the O's do in 2022. I thought about maybe doing another season and see if I could win the World Series since I made the postseason this time. But I think it'll be more entertaining and more fun for me to see what the computer does with this O's team that I just won 90 games with. So that's the end of this episode. Next episode, we'll let the computer take over and see how the O's do in 2022. Thank you for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.